Hello everyone and welcome back to Weekly Gaming News with Dvalin. This week we have a lot of exciting news, so sit down, relax and enjoy all the exciting news we have for you this week. The first news we have is about a mobile MMORPG called Gran Saga. They released a new trailer where they have shown some cinematics and new gameplay. All in all, the game actually looks quite okay, and I'm looking forward to a new MMORPG on mobile. A new MMORPG called Fractured is gonna have playtest for the 26th May for backers, and the 28th May is gonna be for everyone else. So if you're interested in the new MMORPG called Fractured, well, 28th May, everyone is gonna be able to try out the game. Path of Exile's new season or expansion, as they actually say themselves, is gonna be delayed till exactly, well, it's going to be delayed to next month, and one of the developers is claiming that the game is potentially getting maybe more delay because they want to make sure when they release it, it's going to be in the fittest form. And because of all this working from home, they have been delaying a little bit with the work they do together. So, but keep in mind, Path of Exile new season / expansion is coming at the moment next month in June, but also keep in mind that there is potentially that it can be delayed again. If you are into the very big game called Eve, a new mobile game is coming called Eve Echoes. You can now pre-registrate and sign up for the beta, so you can get into the game as one of the first. So if you're a big fan of Eve, well, now is your chance to sign up and be able to maybe soon play the mobile game version of Eve. But of course, this is only for people who actually like the version of Eve and want to have a mobile experience so you can play it wherever you are. Gamescon Online is delayed by 3 days. Now it will be starting August 27. So because of all these events has been cancelling, Gamescon they decided to have an online event instead, so the gamers will not be disappointed on not getting all the news. But again, Gamescon Online is now getting delayed by 3 days and it will start August 27. So keep in mind, set a cross in your calendar that August 27 you will be spammed with gaming news of all sorts of new games. Valve's card game that didn't go really well, Artifact, is coming out with Artifact 2.0 beta very soon. You can sign up next week for the beta, and also they actually released a new video showing some gameplay from Artifact 2.0. The video is actually hidden on YouTube and you're not able to search for it, but if you have the link you can find it. But I don't think it's so secret because it has about 100k views, so it can't be that secret. But again, Artifact 2.0 is coming up soon. You can register to the beta next week, and again the gameplay video is out, and well, you can find it if you know the link. The new MMORPG called Ashes of Creation showed a 1-minute gameplay video of the state of the game. It's a little bit weird video because it's basically one of the developers who's talking to himself like he's playing a cosplay RPG game, and he's finding some kind of a castle where he goes into it and it's full of griffin monsters, and he casts some very big spells and kills some of them, and some of them they flee. So it's a bit weird video, but it's also hidden, so it's only people with the link who actually can see it, but still the video has about 10,000 viewers, so it's not really that hidden. The next patch to Diablo 3 2.6.9 is coming 21 May to the Diablo test servers, and of course as today that's already 3 days ago, but it's just so you know that Diablo test server got a new patch 269, and in that patch it actually had a new set of armor for demon hunters. It has a new seasons and items and monsters. So if you are hyped about Diablo 3 and the new season and items you can get, well then you know the test server has now got an update if you are into that. Tera Online, a very cool MMORPG, is shutting down all the Russian servers. But Gameforge, the game developers behind the game, is allowing the Russians to move their characters to Europe servers. So if you play as a Russian in Tera Online, your server is gonna close, I'm sorry for that, but you will be able to move your characters to a Europe server instead. In the end, I guess it will mean that more players will now play together. So if you played on a Russian server and you felt like it was a bit empty, I guess that's what they're kind of fixing now. Albion Online received a patch 12 that brings combat balance changes. For example, they reworked the Holy, Fire and Arcane Staff spells and added a new Arcane Q ability and much more. You can go to Albion Online's website and read about all the balance updates they did, but they did a lot of combat changes. So if you're still playing Albion Online, it would be worth for you to go in and actually read patch 12. Project Ragnarok was announced by NetEase, and it will be a new MMORPG you can play on console, mobile devices and even on PC. And from what we have seen so far, the cinematic looks great. The gameplay is just a guy who runs, so we haven't really seen any gameplay, but the characters of the game looks quite interesting. So I'm really hoping, as they say, this is going to be a new revolution of an MMORPG. So I really hope this game is going to kick ass, but I mean, we'll see. A lot of people are skeptic because it's coming from NetEase, but again, keep in mind this company is probably one of the gaming companies who has the most money. So let's see what they can do. I have faith in this. I have faith. If you are one of those fans who likes Serious Sam, we saw a new trailer this week for Serious Sam 4. They had a live event where they showed a 50-second cinematic, and it kind of disappointed a lot of people. But then later on the same day or next day, they finally showed some more gameplay. And I mean, it is Serious Sam, so if you like the other Serious Sam games, this will probably also be something for you. The developers behind Last of Us Part 2 also released a new video on YouTube called Inside the Gameplay. It's a 9-minute gameplay video where developers are talking over it and exploring and telling about the game. It actually looks quite cool, and you should definitely go and watch it if you are into The Last of Us. And I mean, it's cool to get news about a big AAA games, even though it has been riding a storm with all the leaks that has been out, but I'm not the one to judge all that. Amazon Game Studios released a new shooter game called Crucible last week. It reminds me of a mix between the Cycle and Overwatch, where you have like a third-person shooter and you have these different hero types. You have 3 different play modes. You have a battle royale between 8 teams, you have a 4 versus 4 match, and you also have an 8 versus 8 match. For me, myself, I really enjoy the game. It's quite fun. I mean, it's free to play, so I can't complain. The game has a lot of fun things. Realm of the Mad God got a new class called the Bard. So you know all the Bard. If you watch the Witcher TV series on Netflix, you definitely know what a Bard is. And I mean, it's very cool that the Realm of the Mad God is still updating and even got a new class. So if you are into that game, well, congratulations, there is a new class you can now play. The GG was able to interview Andrew Gray from Guild Wars 2 team, and Robin from the GG said, "I know that we are very early into 2020 and all, but is there a new IP in the making, and is there any possibilities that we could see a Guild Wars 3 in the future?" And Andrew Gray from the Guild Wars team said, "Of course, we're always thinking about the future." So, you know, basically he's kind of saying yeah to a new IP or Guild Wars 3, but he says, but right now the team is focused 100% on the development of the 3rd Guild Wars 2 expansion, and we are just as excited as the fans to get into their hands. So it's cool to see that they really focus on this 3rd expansion of Guild Wars 2, but I don't really care about this new expansion. I mean, sorry to say, but I just really want to see Guild Wars 3. A new battle royale from Pearl Abyss released on Steam last week called Shadow Arena. It's a combination of Black Desert Online combat and also the elements of League of Legends with the spells you have, and also the summoner spells and so on. So if you are into battle royales and the gameplay on, you can say, Black Desert Online, well, then I definitely can recommend you to try Shadow Arena on Steam now, as it is free to play. Riot Games' new shooter game called Valorant has officially got a release date, and it's gonna release on June 2, so the 2nd June. And that means the game is only about to release in next week, actually in 2 weeks. I was wrong. In 2 weeks the game is gonna release, and I mean, it's quite big because a lot of people, they still struggling to get the beta access, but don't worry man, in 2 weeks you will be sitting with Valorant as the game is officially releasing on June the 2nd. Sea of Thieves is going to Steam on June the 3rd, so the day after Valorant is actually releasing. So Sea of Thieves is coming to Steam on June 3rd, and I'm actually thinking about buying Sea of Thieves. I always wonder, well, you know, kind of lurking on the game and really think about the game looks really nice. But I've never really bought it because I'm not really a fan of the Microsoft Store on PC. But now that it's coming to Steam, I'm actually thinking about buying this game and trying it out. Minecraft Dungeon, the new dungeon crawler game that you could say is basically the kid version of Diablo, is releasing in 2 days, the 26th May. Already now streamers around the world is playing it and streaming it so people can see it. It has also been reviewed by a lot of critics, and some say it's fun and enjoying, while a lot of other people is saying the game lacks depth. So it's like a Fisher Price dungeon crawler, if you could basically say that. Also, a thing that I'm not quite sure Minecraft/Microsoft is happy about is that the Dungeons DLCs you get in the big bundle has basically been leaked. You can see the logos of the new expansions, and also both expansions. The new expansion is going to be called Creeping Winter and Jungle Awakens. So if you buy the big bundle, you will get 2 new expansions also, and they have now been leaked. Well, the names of the expansion is going to be Creeping Winter and Jungle Awakens. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is not going to sue me for saying that, because the logo and name is all over the place of the internet. So I think it's okay I'm mentioning it, since it is all over. It's even on the official Reddit of Minecraft Dungeons. So I mean, I think it's okay to talk about it now. That was all the gaming news I had for you this week. Well, happy Monday everyone. Have a really nice week, and see you on next Monday when we have a new episode for you of Weekly Gaming News. Let me know in the comments what you think about this series, and if there was any big news last week that I have missed, please let us know in the comments, and we will maybe integrate that in the next episode in next week. So thanks for watching, have a great week, have a great Monday, and see you in another episode. Bye.